All right, YouTube, it's time for me to learn something new. I've never done a sliding dovetail joint, so we're going to learn that today. I've watched some videos, done a little research, and we're going to give it a shot. Like I say, I've never done it, so I went out and bought a Freud, it's a 1/2 inch, I believe, yeah, 1/2 inch, 14-degree angle dovetail bit, and we'll give this a shot. I'm going to hog out most of the material, which is this 1/4 inch straight spiral bit, not straight spiral bit, and yeah, that way I don't burn this thing up. Hopefully save the edges of this, but yeah, I've never done this before, so I'm gonna show the whole process, and I'm sure I'm gonna make a bunch of mistakes. Hopefully it goes well. I'm gonna try to incorporate this into some of my joinery in some of my upcoming projects that I want to build. So just want to learn something new. So if you guys have done this before, let me know what your experience was with it. So let's get to it. All right, got my mobile workbench over here next to my router table, and basically did a video on this workbench. If you guys want to watch it, I'll put a link in the description. But the wheels on this thing are amazing. I mean, you just saw me move this over here, and basically it's got a little ratcheting mechanism on the bottom that brings this rubber boot down. That the boot actually sits on the concrete then, and just it makes it pretty sturdy actually. So yeah, I got a video on this workbench if anybody's interested. It's pretty easy to build. There's really nothing to it, but I incorporated this match fit system to it. Really enjoying it. I love the mobility of it. Basically, I just able to move this right over here, right where I'm going to be working. So, but anyway, let's get to it. So, dovetail joint. What I want to do, so I milled up these 2 pieces of ash, basically. I saved you the boring viewing of running this all through the joiner planer, all that stuff. But basically what I want to do is just kind of pretend that this is like a table leg and this would be an apron. And want to do a sliding dovetail joint right here, leave a 1/4 inch reveal, and just see how this goes. Actually, like I say, I've never done this before, so I'm sure I'm going to make a bunch of mistakes, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But like I say, just using some ash. It's about 1 inch actually, not 3/4. Just some scrap that I had left over. All right, here's the bits we're going to need. 1/4 inch spiral bit to hog out some of the material before I run this one through it. And just this Freud dovetail bit that I just picked up from Woodcraft actually. And let's try this and see what happens. Okay, so now we're going to start our layout process. Basically, like I said, I want to do a 1/4 inch reveal here. It doesn't have to be exact. I'm just kind of eyeballing this, but I want it to do like pretend like this is a table leg and this would be an apron. So the apron, button in, and then you end up having that 1/4 inch reveal just for that look anyway. So what we're going to do is butt that up nice and tight. Mark my lines here. Do one on this side as well. All right, like I said, I got 1 inch material here, so I'm putting my little rule here at 1 inch and 2 inch on my lines, and we'll get to the center mark right here. Just make a little line there, and that should be center. Okay, I got my layout lines all marked up. So I'm going to bring the fence in and line this center mark up with the bit. Just going to eyeball it and try to get as close as possible. So let's get the fence set. Double check my height. I think I should be good. Yeah, we're going to go half the distance first just to not hog out so much material all at one time. And we'll get the dust collection going and we'll make our first cut. All right, here we go. All right, making our first cut here with this 1/4 inch spiral bit. Just cutting away the majority of the material to preserve the life of the dovetail bit. That way it stays sharp for longer and doesn't burn up. And we'll make our pass here with our dovetail bit. This will be the final pass for this. And we're just gonna do a little cleanup with the chisel on here. Just had a little bit of tear out, nothing crazy, just a little chisel work, and we'll get it all cleaned up. All right, next we're going to get set up for our next cut. It'd be considered the male end of this cut. Just going to get our fence set up in the correct position according to our layout lines and make our first cut. All right, so we made our first cut on one side. We'll just flip the board around and do the same on the other side. And we'll, like I say, we'll inch our way into this cut and do the exact same thing. Cut on one side, flip the board around, and cut on the other. Okay, I said I was going to make some mistakes, and I sure did here. Basically, I moved my fence in. I said I was going to sneak up on this thing, and I didn't. I basically moved my fence in a little too far, and I cut too much material away on this. It'll still work, and I think you could actually glue it up and still it'd still be a usable joint. I would just like it to be a little tighter. It slides extremely easy, and there's just a little play in here. I'll bring you in a little closer and give you a little bird's eye view of it. But I did get my 1/4 inch reveal. I'm happy with that. So the layout lines were correct, I guess. Like I said, just one little hiccup on instead of inching into it and dry fitting and test fitting, I just went too far. I didn't think it was in too far, but it was. So but I do have another piece. We're going to cut another one and see if I can get it a little bit tighter here. I should be able to, and I'll take my time on it a little bit more. But other than that, so far everything is going pretty smooth for my first attempt doing this. And yeah, let's give it a go. All right. Okay, attempt number 2. Same thing. Ah, it's irritating. Well, it's definitely too loose. I just need to take my time a little bit more. Third time the charm, maybe. Yeah, that stinks. Third attempt now, and right now, currently, it is pretty tight. Like I could probably beat that down, and it would go with a hammer, but it's a little tighter than I'd like it. So what I'm going to do is just take a piece of sandpaper here and just kind of smooth up this edge. Just with it's 220 sandpaper here. Let's get this clamped down. That'll make it easier. Come on. Definitely a little tight yet. So let's keep working on it. Ooh, that's looking good. I'm going to go a little more yet because I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to get it apart. All right, after my third attempt at cutting this and doing a little bit of fine tuning with some sandpaper, I think I got a joint that actually is going to go together quite well. It goes together with some decent pressure and just slides down pretty nice actually. And it's locked in nice and solid. I'll bring you in a little bit closer, give you a little better view of it. And with some glue, that would be a really strong joint. So yeah, it goes together with some moderate pressure, just pushing down. Like I say, with some glue, that would be a solid joint. It's not perfect. I mean, there's a little gap here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. If you looked right here, there's tiny little gap. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's definitely solid, I would say. And I did get my 1/4 inch reveal right here. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Yeah, that turned out real well, actually. Real good. Nice and square. All right, y'all. That was a fun joint to do, actually. Fun joint to learn. Like I say, I've never done it before. So it was a good learning experience. Made a few mistakes, like I showed in the video. Some of these, they didn't come together perfect, but for what this is actually going to be used for, it's totally fine. So, but yeah, I ended up building 2 of these. Got the joints coming together pretty good. And it was a lot of fun doing it. Let me show you exactly what these are. I built 2 of them. And yeah, I'll bring you in a little bit closer and show you what they're actually, what the reason why I made them actually. I'm going to be using these to help put cabinets together. I don't know if I'm going to like it. Really, I just kind of had an idea in my head, and I just kind of went with it and wanted to try it using that match fit dovetail system. So I'll bring you a little closer. I'll show you exactly what the purpose is. All right, let me show you what these are for. I built these to just kind of assist me in my cabinet making process, basically. So say I've had 2 cabinet pieces to put together a cabinet carcass here. I just kind of, like I say, I don't know if I'm going to like this. It might be a little cumbersome, but I don't know. Had an idea, just kind of wanted to try it. So my thought process is that I should be able to just snug this up like so. Just snug everything together, and this will create my my 90-degree corner. Um, and then should be able to kind of tap everything into position. Yeah, that's pretty good there. And then just tighten these up. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. It's not bad. Yeah, and it'll create my 90-degree corner here. Let me grab a square. Yeah, that comes out perfectly square. So that was my thought process on this whole thing. Just kind of using these as almost like woodpeckers make some, just clamping blocks to be able to assist you in when creating your carcass for your cabinetry. Whether you're going to join this with screws, brad nails, just glue, or pocket holes or whatever, just having this 90-degree corner clamp thing to kind of assist in it. I don't know, really just kind of experimenting with it. Maybe I won't like it. Maybe it'll be a little too cumbersome. It's like any jigs you make in your shop. If it's too cumbersome to use, you probably aren't going to use it. So time will tell on this one. But so anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun trying this new dovetail joint. Like I say, I've never done it before. You guys should go out and try something you've never done. If you've never done a sliding dovetail, just yeah, grab some scrap wood and just see if you can do one. It was fun. I enjoyed doing it actually. So that's all I got for you today. Until next time, thanks. See ya.